When you were a kid, like, I mean, you grew up around the Comedy Store. Your mother was the owner and your father was the owner. And your family still owns it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And did you guys ever go on family vacations?
Well, my dad, Sammy Shore, the late great Sammy Shore. Give it up for my father. Let's put a picture of my dad, Sammy Shore.
Bring a picture of him up. And I'll say this. I want to say this about him before we move. Sammy, I got to meet him.
Oh.
And we would talk sometimes about, this was interesting, he wanted to make like a show about dogs, right?
Yes.
And so he would call every now and then and we would talk about this show about dogs.
Yeah.
And his neighbors' dogs and his friends' dogs. And it was, that was my only.
It was called Funny Bones.
I don't know.
Yeah, Funny Bones. Yeah, he did it. He wound up doing it.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did. He did some episodes, yeah.
Oh, because it was just interesting. That was the only way that I knew him.
He was, you know, I love my mom. My mom was the best. Not only was she a great, you know, developing the comedians and artistic and all that stuff, but as a mom, she was fucking
Mitzi Shore.
Yeah, but she was a real mom.
Was she really?
Yeah, dude. She took care of me. She was not like weird or like just because she was busy at the Comedy Store, she went there for my birthdays and all that stuff. You know, she did the whole thing. We had slip and slides. We had trampolines in the back. I had a moped, all that shit.
Did she like being a mom, you think?
Yeah, she was cool. She was a she was a natural mom. But my father, you know, he started the store. You know, he started there it is, Funny Bones. Yeah, but he started the store because he needed a place to work out his stand-up, kind of like Joe at the mothership. You know, Joe was like, he's like, I need a place to work out. I go out to the mothership and I have a club. So that was kind of his vibe.
Do you see that when you go to the mothership now?
Yeah.
Do you feel some of that same energy almost in a weird way?
Yeah, I definitely feel my mom there. I feel my parents there. Yeah, for sure. You know, it's great. I mean, he's got bar mitzies and all that stuff. And Joe's, you know, it's weird when I see the guy, I start crying. I always fucking cry when I see him. There's like an emotional connection that I have with him. It's fucking weird. You know?
It's funny you say that.
Yeah.
That happens to me sometimes. When I'm talking with Joey Diaz, sometimes that happens with me. It's like, it just like, I don't know, I'll think some things about his life or something and I don't know what it is, but my eyes will well up, you know?
Yeah.
If your mom was pretty attentive and she was really kind of there, what do you think kind of turned you into the comedian, you think?
For me, I don't know. I mean, I've always loved making people laugh, you know what I mean, ever since I was a kid. I mean, it started with Richard Pryor and Robin Williams and all those guys because back in the day, I talk about this on my one-man show. I have a one-man show that your dude told me he saw. It's called Stick with the Dancing. It's about my childhood. And it's everything before I made it. It's all the shit that happened before I made it. Yeah, it's all my childhood shit. But when I was a kid, you know, my mom used to have a lot of parties at the house. So she would always be like, let's go back to the fucking house from the store. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everyone would go to the house, the Doheny house where I grew up in. And, you know, and it would be like a Tuesday night and I'd be trying to sleep. And I'd hear the party going downstairs. I had to wake up for school in the morning because my mom's guardian, who was a Thai lady by the name of Suni, and the bar manager name was Ted, and he worked the club, and Suni would have to take me to school. And I had to wake up in the morning, but they would be partying downstairs. Yeah. So I had to go downstairs, and I'd have to tell my mom to shut up. I mean, but for real. Because my mom was from Wisconsin, and her voice would go, ah, and it would peer through the fucking laughter. And there would be Richard Pryor, and there would be Robin and fucking Argus and Richard Belzer and Tim Thomerson and Biff Maynard and all these fucking guys. It was wild, dude. Like my shit, like the fact that I'm still around and I'm okay is fucking weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I can't imagine.
It's fucking weird because I've seen so much.
Do you feel like you felt like you had to compete to be like in order to be even seen, I have to be funny because that's the environment
it was just
around?
Because when I told them to shut up, I had school in the morning. Everyone laughed. Yeah. So it was like that's
of course, dude.
Yeah, they would just laugh. So it was like I was you know, I guess I was funny without knowing I was funny when I was just a kid.
Dude, I want to know this: who came by the store, right? Who came by the store, Pauly, over the year? Like, I mean, what about when Jim Carrey came? Were you guys just like, what? Like, who came and it was just something so novel?
Did you ever see a popcorn machine put popcorn out? You know, where pop 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 pop. That was like the store back in the in the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Yeah,
it felt like that. You know, my mom was the center. She was the Sentinel Colonel. You know what I mean? So yeah, so boom, you got Jim Carrey, boom, you got Dice, boom, you got fucking, Arsenio, boom, you got Roseanne, boom, you got, Eddie Murphy, boom, you got Richard, boom, you got Robin, boom. It was just like boom, boom. But everyone was doing drugs and everyone was drinking. And it was just like normal.
Yeah.
And Sam Kennison was the man.
It was part of society.
It was very common. That's why when Tommy Lee was here, he was here, I guess, earlier or whatever. He was part of that whole thing because him and Sam Kennison were very close.
They were?
Yeah, very close.
Fuck, wish I'd have known it. What about the story with Kennison and Laau? Did you know about all that?
Oh, very much so. Yeah, that's a wild story.
Take me through some of that story.
Okay, so basically there was a comedian for you young TikTokers out there that are obsessed with my friend Theo Von. Just so you know, Von is it's a French articulation that comes from the south of France in an island called Brindisi. So just look that up. That's where his last name is, Theo Von.
Von.
Yeah, Von.
Yeah, and my family originally is from Mogadishu, actually.
Yes, Mogadishu, which is in the Swiss Alps.
Yep.
Swiss Alps.
High as you can go up there.
Yeah, so it's just up, 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 up. That's where his mom popped you out.
Come on up. That's what mom would say.
Yep, come on
It'd
up.
take a month.
Yep. So just to do the quick version, there's a comedian named Sam Kennison. He was on fire. His best friend was named Carl LeBeau. Think about Amir K, and you guys are doing drugs and getting fucked up and blah, blah, blah. And Amir K is married, and Amir K has a wife, and you fuck his wife, and then you get her pregnant, and then you die, and then Amir K has your baby, and then Amir K winds up having to pay for your baby.
And he thinks it's his baby his whole life.
No, because it looks like fucking you.
But they never got a blood test, I don't think, until later, right?
Until kind of later, yeah.
So for 16 years,
18 years, like he had to,
Carl was paying for the baby. Carl was supporting the child and thinking it was his daughter.
Yeah, but it was fucked up. And I still haven't met the kid.
Wow.
And I really want to meet the kid. So
that'd be pretty fascinating.
We should get her on this fucking show.
I wish we could Zoom right now with her.
How sick would that be? Sam Kennison's.
She's like, what's up?
Yeah. Carl got the he had a tough one. He had a tough run. Oh, I got to put my glasses back on.
Thanks.
Yeah. But Carl had a tough run, and he was genius. He was
Carl was great. I would see him down in Texas, down at Randy Butler's clubs down there, and I would see him perform down there sometimes and cross paths with him. Nice guy.
Yeah.
People loved him.
Yeah, he was special. There was another guy named Mitchell Walters who also died. You know Carl died, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Mitchell Walters died too. He was fucking hilarious. He had the fucking funniest 12 minutes of material.
Really? Bring him up.
This guy was fucking hilarious.
Wow.
We did shows in Vegas. This was in the late 80s. And we were at the Dunes Hotel, and it was Sam Kennison and the Outlaws of Comedy.
Mitchell, what was his name?
Mitchell Walters. Yeah, this guy.
Oh, wow. Beautiful,
He was fucking hilarious.
Trans or no?
No, he wasn't trans.
Indian, huh?
No, I don't know what he was, but he was fucking hilarious.
Oh.
See, there's a picture with him and Sam and Billy Idol on the left. Up there, yeah, there you go.
Oh, wow.
So before one of the shows at the Dunes, this was the late 80s, this is when Sam Kennison was getting sued by United Artists for not showing up on his movie set, So Mitchell Walters comes up to me before the show, and I said, Mitchell, we're going to hang out after the show, right? And he goes, yeah, absolutely. Me and you were going to package party. And then when the show started and then the show finished and I went to go hang out with him and I'm like, yo, let's fucking hang. He's like, get the fuck away from me, golden boy. I don't go hang out with your fucking mother. I don't have time for this shit. Because in between the show, he went out and did coke and he fucking gambled and he lost everything. Oh. Yeah. So.
Damn.
Yeah.
One show lost it all.
Yeah, he lost a lot.
And how did he pass away?
I think he had some type of internal, like, I don't want to say it was cancer or something like that, but he wasn't too healthy. Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. So, but he was a really funny cat as well, though. Either way, I like, at night, I was fucking with you the other night when we were texting each other. I said, I gotta go. I'm going to sleep. I'm watching Fox News. You know what I mean? I just, I started watching Fox News with my mom. She loved it.
Really?
She loved it. She would just watch look at Bill O'Reilly. And then she'd see the Fox News anchors. What the fuck is her horse teeth? She's got fucking horse teeth, Pauly. With all the Fox News anchor girls, she'd always get angry. What the fuck is she looking at? You know what I mean? She looks like a horse face. She would say that shit. It was fucking hilarious. So I would always watch, the news with her.
Oh, that's
We'd watch
nice.
CNN, we'd watch Fox.
Any other shows y'all would watch together? Game shows or anything?
Tommy would bring over comedians sometimes. Tommy, the old talent guy, he'd bring over comedians. What do you think of him? Shit like that.
I miss Tommy kind of.
Yeah.
What do you mean kind of? I miss him.
Yeah.
He was
fun. He was a great guy.
He was there when I got there. He was such a character, how he kind of like, Well,
he was funny because he said he stayed.
Man, you're doing it.
Yeah, him and his girl Steph, they stayed at the Hyatt, and he says, well, it seems like the Comedy Store's calling me. It's right down there. They want me. They want me to run the Comedy Store. Don't you understand? Well, that's how it is. That's how your mother wanted it, Pauly. Listen to your mother. She's the queen. You know what I mean?
It's pretty cool. What do you think of his relationship with your mom? What do you think it was like?
It was good. Yeah, it was good. I mean, he used to do shit with my mom that you're not supposed to do for someone that you're working. He used to carry her up the stairs. I mean, she would literally call him up, help me up. I can't get up, And it was, she would be working the cover booth, and then Steve Renazizi would have to come in, and that's when he stole the money. But that was another conversation. That was supposed to be funny. Anyways, all right.
No, I think it's like, because I never knew exactly what happened. I just knew
So what happened was my mom didn't trust a lot of people.
Right.
And my mom loved Tommy, because, she just, she took to certain people. My mom took to certain people, and she really liked him, and she trusted him. So when she couldn't get up the stairs, because she would try to get up the stairs, she would call the store and she'd say, can you help me up the stairs? And then he would be like, Mitzi, I can't. You know what I mean? I'm here in the cover booth. There's people. I need help up the fucking stairs. Let's go. And then that's when, Tommy would get Renazizi or someone to sit in, Benji or whoever, and they'd sit in, and she would go, and I would be there, and I would help bring her up the stairs. And then, he would sit with her for a long time and watch the TV, and sometimes not even go back to work. So he did stuff that you weren't supposed to do as an employee, but that's what my mom was. That's what the store was. The store was always about, helping people. And if you stole, that's on you,
Yeah.
So.
And was that ever proven that he did it? Or
I don't know. I wasn't involved.
Yeah, I wasn't. I just heard things, and you're like, well, what even happened? I
don't know. And
you never got to really hear his side of it. I feel like either, But that's one cool thing about the store is just like, it's just, I don't know. Once you get in there and you make your way through, and you've been there for a while, and you know who's who, and you develop your own little relationship with the space and the people you love to see, and people come and go, and the people that work there. And it's like, it is just such a universe. We're lucky to be able to have a workplace that has a lot of joy and like different people at it. And it's fun. Like imagine you get to go to work and it's actually, you can say what you want. You're encouraged. There's no real HR. In fact, HR is encouraging you to fucking say crazy shit.
Yeah.
I never thought about that, man. That's such a crazy blessing, dude. Do you think your mother felt very achieved with the comedy club?
Yeah. I mean, she's, and that's, the way that it's left right now is exactly how she left it, which is awesome. She just put her stamp on it. She's leave it alone. Don't fuck with it. And, and just like, the rooms are set up the way there are, and different than the Laugh Factory, different than the Improv, different vibes. Those are great clubs. But, she kind of created the black and the red and all that stuff, and, and created that space. So,
It's pretty tight. Yeah, you wouldn't want it to change. Was there ever a chance that it was going to be sold at some point?
I don't know. I don't think we'd ever sell it. You know what I mean? I think just kind of leave it. It's, it's got to be a what's it called, a Hollywood or a landmark, or what's it called, grandfather? What's it called?
Oh yeah, it's like a
historical landmark.
Yeah, historical landmark.
Yeah, at some point, huh?
Yeah, I think so. So
Yeah, it's a good point. I remember somebody, I don't know if I saw a drawing somewhere, that a hotel had drawn around it. They were going to build and leave it intact as is on the ground
cool.
and build up and just, it was like a 20-story hotel and it would be right under exactly the same.
Huh.
I remember seeing somebody had put that together. I don't know if it was I think it was an architect drawing. I don't know if it was actually considered at one point, but I thought I remembered seeing that somewhere.